Hey everybody, it's YouTube Media. Today I'm going to show you how to put Google advertisements on your website that you can actually get paid for. So like on my website, this is a Google.
What up, though? My Afro, it's your boy Tune and how's everybody doing today? How's everybody doing? How everybody doing today? What up with you? It's your boy. I'm back at it like a crack addict. Bad habit. Shoot, I gotta chill because I've been working, trying to, get money. So I gotta, I just gotta chill, man. I've been hurting myself. So I'm gonna make some beats. How's everybody doing today? I'm sorry. When I can't see the screen when I'm trying to build. So my bad. You guys are still here. My bad. Just trying to work on some stuff, man. Just to get my I don't know, just trying to move my day along. How's everybody doing today? Hope everybody's chill. Trying to work on these beats, man. Trying to get that good sound to them. And I'm trying to try some new sounds. So I got some new stuff I made. And some of it was, some of it was okay. I got into some dance type stuff, not dance hall type, just dance. I was like, okay, this sounds cool. There's some people on Instagram who are, I don't know, they're into music, and I've been trying to hit them up. And, they're doing shows and they're doing all kind of stuff. So, I'm trying to take this, because I'm not making no money off of these beats, but, they have decent. So I'm trying to get some people to listen up, see if I can make some revenue. You know what I'm saying? A little revenue. I'm trying to take it seriously is what I'm doing. Cutting that up. All right, so I'm about to mess with this, just a single track right here. So I'm gonna take this drum, right, and I'm gonna just do something different with this drum because I like it, but there's so much you can do with it. Especially if you want it to hit harder. Like, I like that right there. But that's not a stock sound. That's not the original sound. Like, I really like that. That right there. Like, I like this. Like, I digs that. Especially over some, something like really. All right, so I'm gonna take these piano chords right here. Let's not be. Oh, okay, I'm gonna try some piano, but I'm gonna take this piano chord and I'm gonna just have some real simple chords. Something real simple. Let's see if you guys left any comments. I go back and forth. Okay, let me read these comments. Chill, man. Man again, what's up, homie? Yeah, what's up, Polo? I seen you was on yesterday too, man. I didn't get a chance to holler at you. I guess you were asking me about watching the fight. Can I play the drums? No, I cannot play the drums. My brother can. I play a little bit of keyboard, but I play the guitar. So I watched just what was on World Star Hip Hop when it came to the Deontay Wilder fight, and I watched him knock old boy out. So that's about it. Throwing the bass. Give me a minute. I gotta answer y'all questions. Then I gotta. Okay. Jose, now if I go right into concentration mode, I won't see your comments. So don't be mad at me if I don't comment for a while or comment back. Okay, so let me work on this. Trying to get a nice sound. Hold on. Oh, man, just kicking my butt. All right, yeah. Are you guys there? It's saying that it's unstable. Can you guys hear me? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and try. No, I was just gonna. Oh, okay, it's all good. Okay, I was just gonna throw some like some strings over it, just some, but something a little bit more. So listen. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. Y'all like that right there? You get it right though. And then I gotta do some stuff to it, but okay, almost. I gotta cut it. It's supposed to. All right. Yeah, I've been listening. Well, I've just been listening to, like, I just got done listening to Tribe Called Quest for like, 3 hours. Or Tribe Called Quest, The Roots, just old good music, you know what I'm saying? And that's the era that I was really into. This new era is not really, that's why I'm not good at making trap beats. So yeah, I'm just taking it back to what I know. And I still do trap beats a little bit, but it's not really my thing. So yeah, I'm starting to feel the music. So I'm gonna take this and block this, stretch this out a little bit over a couple bars here, and copy, paste, just to get a little feel of what the beginning should sound like and all that other good stuff. Okay, so this is starting to sound half decent. And I will throw in the bass for you soon here. Just give me a. I'm not a real quick producer like a lot of the people you hear on the internet, on YouTube. I'm not that fast. I like to get into the keys, and I like to really get into it. I don't like to just whip out a beat because it's, a part of your personality. You know what I'm saying? It's like something that's coming through you. You know what I mean? So I like to take my time with them if I can, but when you guys are here, the average attention span is like 5 minutes. So take that part right there, that part right there. When it goes into it, when it comes out of it, It had a drum beat by itself. So you cut it off for the first. So you take these 2 tracks, and you cut the very front off of them. And listen to and then you even take the hi-hat part and cut that off too, so it doesn't start until the second measure. So it sounds even doper when it comes in. This way the rapper or the singer, can feel the plus you want to take this hi-hat right here, the single, just take this. You want to take that, and you either want to make it, to me, I want to, when I'm listening to it, I want to make it, I want to almost put it in the background. I don't want it to be in the foreground, but I want it to be like reverbed, like that. I want it to be like this. I want you to hear it, but I want it to be more about the timing than anything. I don't want it to be in the forefront. Some nice reverb on it. I'm gonna find a couple more natural sounds here. One of them is hard for me is the horns. So yeah. I have a horn sound. I got a couple horns. This is not bad. It's already got a bunch of reverb on it. It's a dub horn. We're reading in your comments. Nice. Thank you. Thank you, Fallen Unknown. Right, man. So. What's up? What's up? Beam 2K20. How's everybody doing? Broski was good. I came up with a vocal background. You don't owe me any. You don't owe me anything. You don't want me. You. Well, let me say this: for any of you who come up with anything that has to do with this music, you guys can always email me. You guys can always email me at email me, and if it's something that I think will work and somebody buys it, you get the credit. Like I'm not that dude, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, look, if we all put something together, then we all put something together, and I'm starting to branch out. So if somebody hears it, I'm like, this is a person who did the vocals. This is a person who did this. Now, if I hear something and I don't like it, I'm going to just tell you I don't like it and why I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to be like, oh, it was good. But I'm going to be like, it's not going to fit. You know what I'm saying? But you're talking to somebody who writes country music. So, I wrote country music. I got rock songs. I got them. They're out there somewhere. So, I like a lot of different stuff, but so if it just doesn't fit this, then it might fit something else I might do. It might, fit some little, teen angst joint I put together. Or, it's kind of like that. So let me get back to this real quick. I want to use it. It all sounds right, but it doesn't sound right. I'm gonna turn it down. And I'm gonna change the horn. I'm gonna change it to French. Oh my God, come on. That's pop. I actually like that for something else. It's not doing what I want it to do. It's not a. Okay, so I'm gonna put in this bass line. This is just a singer's bass, so this is a natural, something you would hear on stage, see on stage, somebody playing live. If I can get my act together. I wouldn't even. This is a very simple bass line for the first 16. Change it on the next 8. You would change it on the. I'm sorry, I was explaining that. You would change it on the next 8, and then you come back to 16. You would have the same one, or you could do what you want, but keep it in the same key, unless you change the key when you go to the drop. See what I mean? So something like that. Something like that. So funk it up the way you want to and be that. And, you know, chip it and do all that other kind of good stuff to it. Say, I'm going to do this too. I'm going to put this here. I'm going to put that there, son. Yo, son, it's going to be fat. But this is just something easy so a rapper can get on it and be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? a singer can get on it and just hit it. It's very singable. This is at 1/16. Take out this out. And then I'll come back to the keys. It's supposed to. Oh, okay. It's my fault. Hold on. There it is. Oh. Oh. How's this supposed to? Hold on, you guys. What are you doing? Alright, it's cutting off because it's so hot. Alright, so this is coming in early. So this is gonna come in early. Digitally, the way this is laid out, it doesn't look right. But the sound comes in, the bass comes in, even though you're not looking, you can't see the digital. But if you lay it down that way, the computer remembers it that way, so it knows that there is a note before you actually see it. So it'll mess your head up because you're like, I know, you know what I'm saying? You're like, there's a note there, like, where's it at? You can't see it because the computer remembers you put it there. And then you have to, just when you're dealing with a computer. Sometimes some jazz. I want it to be rappable. I like jazz, but not exotic jazz, like acid jazz. Can't really rap to acid jazz. Yeah, not acid jazz, you know what I'm saying? You're like, how do I rap to that? It's like it's difficult because jazz music change the key of the song. If you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, so let's just say you're going C, D, E, and F. I don't know, augment it or whatever. It's up to you. You're going 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's C, D, E, and F, right? F is over the bar. So when you're dealing with jazz, you know, and they're going 1, 2, 3, 4. That's gonna all change once they go over the bar. All that's gonna change. They might start off with F, and you got to follow who's ever, you know, leading. So if the piano player is leading, you know, the bass and the, you know, everybody just has to follow. And if the singer's leading, you got to follow the singer. Like I went to a concert and saw Jaguar Wright. She ain't nothing but gay big, but she told those guys, she told them in front of everybody, she said, keep up with me. If you don't, I'm going to leave you. You don't know who Jaguar Wright is? Look her up, okay? Little girl, she sang on Jay-Z, one of Jay-Z's songs, Song Cry. You can make the song cry, you know, whatever that song was, but that's her. You know, she's like, I'm going to leave you. She just told him that. What an attitude. She's like, if you can't keep up, I'm going to leave you. Like, if you're not a good musician And you're about to be embarrassed. You're about to lose money because nobody's going to want to listen to you if you don't know what you're doing. But little did she know who she was talking to. All the guys she was playing with all went to the same school. They went to a musician high school. So they all knew what they were doing. And they just got right with her. I was like, oh, honey. I was like, oh, this is going to be good. And it was. She got to singing and got to looking at the players like, no, and kept rolling because she knew they was on their jump. Me, I would have been lost in the front because I'm not that deal. I'm just not that dude. I didn't go to school for it, until I went to college. So I'm just saying, it's just different. This is just a straight, I can change this bass whenever I want to, but it's not acid, and it's just not going to change much. Yeah. I'm just saying, man, sequences with the computer. Something. Yeah. Jaguar Wright is that deal, man. So my nose keeps running, man. See, it's supposed to go do-do-do-do, but it started off at the beginning of do-do-do-do-do. It's supposed to go do-do-do-do. See, it's missing that. So if I really, really, really wanted it there, I would just have to cut it out of. Okay, so I would have to chop and screw this. And say boom. And boom. Take this and copy. Like, I like all kind of music, man. I like classical. I like classical, exciting classical. I don't like the kind of classical that you don't understand what they're saying. It's just like, lady, you can, but I don't know what she's saying. I can't feel it. Okay, now I gotta put it in its right place. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear some classical with some kind of flavor. I want to hear some flavor classical. I want to hear like somebody from the hood just. Oh, you gonna do me like that? Yeah, my measure is off. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear classical way. I want to hear some little young sister, some little 15-year-old little church chick, with her mom and dad, were some nerds. They got some hood nerds. You know what I'm saying? Mom and dad was some hood nerds, couldn't tell anybody. But it's like, screw that. We gonna teach our daughter classical. She just come out and just hit everybody with some new. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I was that nerdy dude. I'm just saying, I was listening to Sound of Music. I watched it. The Von Trapp family. I was into it. Like, but you can't walk around the hood talking about the hills are alive with the Sound of Music. You you want to get beat up quick? Do that in my hood. They'd be like, "Oh, what you talking about? Like the hills are alive with what? You better get with one DMC for you to check." I'm serious. They really was like that. But I was listening to Kiss. Beth, I hear you calling, but I can't come home right now. And the boys playing. Man, come on. You gotta listen to that song. Just a few more hours, and I'll be right home to you. Beth, I hear you calling, but what can I do? Bum, bum, bum. Man, that song was made by the drummer, Peter Criss. I was like, come on, man. And you know what? A little black dude put me on to them. I was listening to Kool and the Gang. And this little black dude was just like, yo, you ever listen to Kiss? Timmy, his name was. I was like, nah, man, I don't listen to no white rock and roll, like that heavy, like rock, like, I was like, nah, man, he put me on to that. Shoot. I was like, man, this ballad is the truth. Now, I didn't get all into the shoes and the tongue and all that. That was too much. But you keep on rocking, you to keep on rocking. I wanna rock and roll all night and party every day. I wanna, man, I was like, wow. I was in the Genesis and all that, but I think a lot of black people was in the Genesis because, it was just hard. But start getting into, you know what I'm saying? I was listening to Guns N' Roses. It's just a system of beats and rhythms, expressions. Yeah. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I was listening to some of that stuff, man. I was listening to a lot of that soft rock too. I was into that soft rock heavy because the songs was just, if only you believe like I believe, baby, like I believe, you'll get by. If only you believe in miracles, so would I. Only you believe. Man, I was like, what? I was like, yeah. I was like, let's go. I was like, yeah, because I love the stories that they were singing, man. I love the stories that they were singing about, man. The Edmund Fitzgerald, which was a true story, is about a ferry ship that went down in the Great Lakes. The Edmund Fitzgerald. But I was listening to all them, man. I was so into the Edmund Fitzgerald story, I didn't know it was real until I, found out. I was like, oh, those people really died. Yeah. I was like, what? Those people really died? I was like, man. And then that dude that came back and was like, doom, 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 boom, 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 boom. I mean, singing they were just some hep white boys. And I just like, listen, Carly Simon and them. Heck yeah. You're so vain. Bet you think I'm talking about you. You're so vain. You're so vain. Bet you think I'm talking about you. Don't you? Don't you? I was like, yeah. I've always dreamed there were clowns in my coffee. Clowns in my coffee. You're so vain. Yeah, you had to hold it down, man. But I was listening to Prince. I was listening to Michael, just like everybody else. I was listening to Switch, sparkles in your eyes. You know what I'm saying? I was listening to all that. Girls. I was listening to the Gap Band and all that. But I was still tuning in to Little Blue Oyster Cult. I'm burning for you. Don't fear the reaper. Shoot, man, I was still more cowbell, baby. I was, because they was rocking. You know what I'm saying? They was rocking, the Eagles and what was that hotel? The freaking hotel song that made them so famous. I was listening to Jefferson Starship. Oh, come on, man. I had to have some of that white boy up in there, man. I was listening to them just playing and getting busy. I was also listening to Earth, Wind, and Fire. Ba, 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 ba. Sparkling your eyes. Boy, you had to have it. Yeah. You had to have it. You had to have some strawberry letter in your life. You had to have strawberry letter 22. I didn't even know what it meant. It just sounds so good. When you start to ask, is it true? Is it true? Some Bootsy Collins. Yeah, but never do, baby. Boom, boom. I mean, Bootsy, you had to have all that. But I was, man, the Bee Gees, oh my God. Or some, what's the name? What a fool believe in me. The Doobie Brothers. Was it hard to find? Away. You take the first train out to the wall. But Michael McDonald, him and Patty LaBelle, you know, on my own. Why did it end this way? That's not the way it was supposed to end. I wish that we could do it all again. Boy, I love that song. I still listen to that song. On my own. Oh my God, I love that song. I love the video to that song. Oh my God, they got me on that one. Michael McDonald got me on that song. So many promises never should have been spoken. They got me on the first note. Now we're up here talking divorce, and we wasn't even married. On my own. Oh man, just a beautiful music. It made a lot of sense. The musically it made sense, and storyline it made sense. It just made sense. The Beatles made sense until they didn't. The Beatles to me was kind of like Game of Thrones. It was good until it wasn't any, it didn't make sense anymore. But the Beatles was, she loves you yet. When a love like that, it made sense. I understood why, everybody was like, yo, the Beatles is that deal, because they were. You know what I'm saying? They just wrote some really good stuff until they got high off their mind. When they started doing the Yellow Submarine, we all live in the Yellow Submarine. I was like, no, we don't. But the Beatles was writing some stuff. You know what I'm saying? They was, they was writing some stuff. I just, all that. I was listening to all them. So I'm full of all kind of, crazy music from a blend of cultures. I love it all. I love it all. With a love like that, you should be glad. What's that one song that they had? Oh my God, they have some. Okay, no. I use it a lot. I use this note a lot. I use that note a lot. So I'm gonna put it in here and have it come in, and then I'm gonna take it, copy it. Paste it. And cut the. Well, let me. All right. Put a little bit more reverb on it. Versatility when you make beats. You can listen to everything around. Yeah, being close to that. That's a good thing. When I make great music, don't do that. Yeah, I don't do that. When I was getting ready to sing on the text that patted it down. Well, that was a good song. Yeah. Okay, I have a problem with this. I got a problem with you, though, bro. Yeah, there it is. It's supposed to go boom, boom, boom. See that later? It's supposed to go boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. So I'm gonna go back again. Yeah. So I'm gonna take these and hit right here at this measure. Yeah, that Patti LaBelle just got me. Patti. I mean, when you listen to black music, like there's a knowledge that comes with it. There's a history. There's a spirit. There's a movement that is constant in black music, and it never stops. It's always that same drum. It's either a war drum, or it's a peacetime drum, or it's a celebration drum. It's either one of the three. When you listen to music today, it's one of the three. It's either war, peace, or celebration. And when I say peace, I mean like easygoing. It's one of the three. Even when it's sensual, it's still celebrating, having kids or about to make some babies or something. But when I say peace, I mean like easygoing. You know, it's one of the three. Even when it's sensual, it's still celebrating, having kids or about to make some babies or something. 'Cause when I say peace, I mean like easygoing. You know, it's one of the three. Even when it's sensual, it's still celebrating, having kids or about to make some babies or something. Okay, there's the problem. So the whole thing needs to be moved up. I might have to do it again. Because digitally, this gets tedious. Like I have produced, and sometimes I'm like, you're gonna have to come back because this is about to be really tedious. I don't want to sit here, like I want to get into it. So I just might redo this. All right, yep, I'm gonna redo it. Because if you don't, it's just a pain in the ass. I use this note an awful lot because I really like it. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Muck that all up. Okay. I'm changing my and there it is, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. Paste it here. White people don't know how to write. Well, they have their own movement. They have their own culture. Yeah, we don't. We all live in it. You're really either on to something or you're really off of something. We all live in the same submarine. You're really on to something or you're really off of something. You know what I'm saying? You either smoking something or you done seen something that we all need to be worried about. So, All right, I had this reverbed, but I don't want to do it like that anymore. I'm actually going to take this and do a little, so I'm going to turn up the lows on this and I'm going to turn down the high on it. So it's going to sound, so this is with the high turned up. I don't want that sting in it. I don't want that high. I want it to be, and the reverb's turned all the way down. The delay is off. And so it's going to sound like if you listen to lo-fi music, this is kind of a lo-fi way of doing things. And I can lo-fi it some more, but just for right now. And then I'm going to go. Okay, so this also sounds nice. This also sounds nice. Just for it to work. I like that. It's not too strong. And then I'm gonna single it out when I stretch the song out. I just like the way I'm gonna play it at the beginning here too. Yeah, I just like the, so, and I'm not going to play it all the way through. Like, I'm not going to take it and, you know, just in spaces. So then I'm going to take the same track, then I'm going to put a little, take this, make sure it's at operating at. Work with me, not against. Did it again. Yep. All right, so I'm just gonna take you and stretch you out to here because. All right. All right. Okay. Why do you say why? What have I done to you? Oh, you trying to cheat me? Use a. That's my phone. That's my phone. Oh, I almost like the little delay, but you was trying to. You can't. It's comments. to this world. I'm sure I'm a no little piano on it. Can't tell me you can't write to that. I'm gonna rock this beat by itself though. It's dope though. This is dope though, right? This is dope though, right? This is dope. Okay. So I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take this right here. LL, rock the beat with your. Are you a sub? Because if you're a sub, you've heard a lot of stuff I've been creating. But if you haven't, I can play a few joints for you. Okay, copy. So I'm gonna copy the majority of this. I'm gonna take it and paste it all the way to 29. So beat measure 29. And now I could do stuff like change the bass, but I'm not because I don't feel like it. Boston Market's calling me. That's hard. Okay, so this is where I do some. This is where I'm gonna drop this. Okay, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna undo that cut right there because the piano part is complementing the electric piano. So the Steinway is complementing the electric piano. So the part that's going bum bum is actually two different instruments. That's two different instruments. See, I thought it was one instrument. The way you listen to it, they sound almost the same, but it's not. It's the Steinway going out and the electric piano coming in. So I'm not even gonna mess with that because I love the drop in it. I love the mood in it. I love that. I love that. Now what I might take out is okay, so I'm gonna drop this drop the beat. I'm gonna take out the strings and just listen to what they sound like. Yeah, okay, so I like that right there. I like that right there. And I'm gonna rock that for 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. I'm gonna rock that for 8. So I'm gonna copy. I'll rock that for 8. I'm gonna paste that right there. And then when I bring everything back, yo, my mellow, my man, get on the mic and do the best you can. Remember when rap was that simple? Can you feel it? and then it's just going to be rinse and repeat from there. So that is the song, and but I'm still going to add this little sprinkle of. But I do like playing around with it. That's why I haven't done it yet. Because I like to just practice, my even sounds off. That doesn't belong there. It's so tempting to hit that. Trying to play the piano, trying to learn it. Trying to learn it. Not that easy for me. So I can't let it get in the way. So this is gonna have to be choice. I can't just do this to the whole song because of what's speaking and what's not. Alright, so I'm not going to do it at all because I don't like it. That's it for that song. So I'll play it. I'll make another song if you guys want to hang around. Up to you. If you want to hear more, I'm probably going to make something a lot different though. This is pretty simple. Yeah, it's mellow though. It's nice and I haven't really done. Let me put a. I think I have a master on it. I haven't. I don't have a particular master on it, so. It's banging the way it is. I gotta make me a sandwich, y'all. Y'all gonna hang around. Y'all about to see me eat a sandwich. It's about to go down. They be doing all this producing. You can't eat, a brother gotta eat. Oh, this piece. I'm a big man. Who turkey? Isolate these drama, isolate these drama, isolate this drama. Don't play with these drums though. Yeah, that's nice. Now, you could throw some little lower. You could throw a lower in it. You want? You throw a lower in it. Throw a lower. You want? You throw a lower in if you want to. You know what I'm saying? Or if you wanted to boom, but you're kind of getting away from what you're really trying to do. You're trying to, it's kind of like, I don't know, just that one. You could be a little, to me, could move you out of a genre and into something else by accident. Move you right out of something, move you right into something else by accident, and it not sound with the way you want it to. Not unless somebody requests it. because people request all kind of things when they get these beats. Like I'll hear a beat maker make a really good, clean beat, and then somebody like Rick Ross and his producers get on it, and it sounds terrible because they all want their credit. They all want their 6 cents per, royalty on it. And it just sounds convoluted. It's like, it just doesn't always work. You know what I mean? I've heard some songs, I'm just like, that sounds like noise to me. There's no clear note that they're following, and you're just speaking over a bunch of instruments just clanging together, not, strip it down, get rid of like 6 different instruments, and it sounds right. But some goofy producers, because everybody wants their money, told you it sounded good when it didn't. Don't sound good at all. Now, when you listen to, like, when Rick Ross first came out, him and when Drake was, he came out with Drake and Austin Martin music. What came back for you? I just needed time. I was like, oh, but here goes nothing. Yo, that song, like I love that song. I love the production to it. I'm not a fan of Rick Ross. I ain't got nothing against him. I'm not a fan of Rick Ross, but I love him on that song. Like the way he comes off on that song and Drake right with it just, and the chick singing, that whole song is so well put together. That is a masterpiece of a song to me. Like there's nothing needed to be more into it, nothing to take away. It's just perfect. The timing and everything is just so right. The bass level, everything in that song is perfect. But, not everything that comes out of these professionals sound perfect to me. So sometimes you might, put something in there just so somebody can get their money. And it's like when you got too many people with their hands in the pot, that's when you need to go to somebody like Just Blaze and just let him be in a room by himself. Then come out with it, and then have your engineers just engineer the sound and just, you know what I'm saying? Just that one producer come out with some fire and just give it to him with that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You just that one person, just one. And tell him don't invite nobody else, just Blaze. I'm gonna pay you to be by yourself. I don't want Kid Cudi on it, even though Kid Cudi's dope. I don't want Kid Cali on it, DJ Cali. I don't want to hear his voice nowhere near what I'm about to do. Even though he's a hit maker and he gets people together. I don't want to hear DJ. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to. I better not see not one more shiny Rolex. Not one more Miami t-shirt with all the colors. Not one more super fade with the sprayed on fade. I don't want to see not one more person riding in a rented boat with a bunch of rented women. I don't want to see none of that. None of it. I don't want to see none of it. I just want you to be in this room by yourself and come up with something and let me speak over it. That's it. I'm going to tell you a story. Locked up, right? For just a short time, like a week. I told this story before, but you've been riding with me for like a couple hours now. So what happened was, while I was in there, we in a 30-man tank. We all talk about why we in there and how we gonna get out. That's what you do, right? So we in there, and in comes, the newbies. This dude come in there, you can tell he wasn't American. He was some type of foreigner, right? And he came in and he sat down on his bunk and he sat straight up. like he wasn't going to be there long. And he got all of our attention, right? We looked at that little dude like, little Arab dude or something. We looked at him like, he just sat there like, just like that. He was just sitting there like he couldn't believe, like he was still in shock that he was in jail. He was like this. And we was like, yo, you all right? He's like I shouldn't be here. Like he said, I was out of the country and I came back into the country and I was driving a 500, Mercedes Benz, like $100,000 car. This was back in 2006. He's like, I was driving, my brand new, drop top, you know what I'm saying, during the summer. He was just chilling that night down near the college campus, picking up honeys because he got a nice car. And he said, and the police ran my tags and found out that there was a warrant for my arrest because of a ticket I didn't pay before I left the country, which is your fault. You know what I'm saying? You just because you leave the country don't mean the ticket's going to go away. They're going to arrest you. So he had a warrant he didn't even know about. But some of those guys they're pretty arrogant because they got money. So he had a warrant he didn't know about because he didn't pay a parking ticket or whatever. They arrested him. He tried to explain it away. And it was like, you still got a warrant. Creating different sounds like, the more you stop playing, your instruments always happen. Okay, I'll take that. And so basically what he did was he was sitting there like, like I need to get out of here because, obviously he had things to do. And I'm like, well, so do we all. He was like, if I can just get a hold of my lawyer, I'll be out of here in a few minutes. And I was like, you in Jackson County, bro, you're not getting out of here at least till, a couple days or at least till 24 hours. They don't even start processing you for 24 hours. He's like, nah, I get out of here as soon as I talk to my lawyer, but I don't have a way of contacting him. So I was like, I tell you what, you remember me when I get out of here, I'll go ahead and contact my girl. She'll go ahead and call your lawyer. He was like, bet. I was like, give me $100 or whatever. He was like, bet. He's like, I just need to contact my lawyer. He's like, I got, 20, 30,000 in my closet. He's like, I'm good. I just contact my lawyer. And I was like, dude, who are you? He was like, you ever heard of Slip and Slide Records? And I was like, no. He's like, you ever heard of Rick Ross? And I was like, like vaguely, like a little bit. I don't listen to the radio. So we was all like, those guys were like, yeah, I heard of him. This when Rick was first coming out. He was like, well, I'm the owner of Slip and Slide Records. We was like, wait, what? I didn't think Drake is coming out with another album anytime soon. He might not be. But this dude was like, I'm the owner of Slip and Slide Records. I was like, okay. It didn't mean much to me because I don't know nothing about Slip and Slide. But I was like, okay, Rick Ross doing his thing. So I got my girl on the phone. She called his lawyer, and that dude was out of there in like an hour. As soon as his lawyer called down to the police, they outprocessed him in like an hour. It was amazing. We never seen nothing like that. I never heard from him again, but nonetheless, it was the dude from Slip and Slide Records who's a multi-millionaire right now. Because Rick Ross is, 100 million? So this dude is filthy rich. But that is a real story. I don't remember his name. I just remember what he looked like. And I doubt if he remembers me because he's got a lot going on. This was a long time ago. 2006. It was in 2006. I'm going to play this one more time for you, then I'm going to make another one. All right, I'll make a new one. I do like this one, so I'm gonna save it. Name it Rick Ross. Ross. And open up another. Yeah, too many greedy people, man. Yeah. Like, I don't be wanting to hear, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I just want to hear one producer. I want to hear one producer just get on and kill it. Like, if I was a rapper, I wouldn't, like, if I was a rapper, I would buy a lot of my stuff off of SoundCloud. I would buy a lot of my stuff. It's hot in here, so I had to get rid of the hat. I would buy stuff off of SoundCloud. Oh, my story? Yeah, that was a crazy story. But it really did happen. Really did happen. What kind of music you want to hear? Find something. I made a beat out of this. I made a couple of them. Too much. Oh. I like it, but wait a minute. Wait a minute. All right. All right. Let me try. It's just gonna. Let me see if you wanted to listen to a particular sound. Okay. So I'm just gonna. All right. So this is gonna be just gonna be. It's almost correct. All right. All right, this is gonna be weird. Just stay with me for a minute. All right, bear with me for a minute. I'm trying something. Gonna try something new. What you gonna do? Trying to mess with these drums a little bit. All right, this is gonna be. I'm just trying it out. Can I try something new every now and then? I mean, really? God. You got you got it. You got. You gotta try something new every now and then. But I don't like it. That's why you gotta try things, man. You gotta just see what. Just gotta try stuff. Stepping out his internet, like, tell me, like, you know what? Hey, you gotta try new things. See what you come up with. That's it. For a compliment. Just gotta try it. All right, so I think I know what I want. I want a tonality. I want something that's gonna. It's not the lead of the song, but it's the key. I want something in the key of the song. So I'm looking for some chords. You can do this, but this is kind of like a house, but this isn't house. See how choppy it is? You want something singable. Those. It's almost leaves. Oh, but if you don't hit it on beat, it's gonna mess up. All right, there's a few things. All right, so this drum right here. Okay. All right, this drum right here. I want this drum to sync. I want to. Okay, so here's what. What? All right, my wires are getting crossed. Okay, so. Okay, so. All right, so I'm gonna try this out. change this bass. Okay, so I'm gonna try a. This is where it just gets. This is where it just gets a little. This is the long part. No, no, no. I'm done with it. No. I do like this. I do like it, but what do you say? It's reggae? It's not reggae. It's not reggae, but it's not. I'm gonna skip it. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. Because what I want to do is just. What I want to do is I'm not gonna be able to. That's gonna take me a while. I did like it though. I like the adventure of it. I like the adventure of it. Sometimes when when you have something takes you out of your element, you need to dig in because you're not in your element. It's like studying something new. It's like, you know what I'm saying, for somebody who doesn't do this all the time. That sounded like the beginning of something trap. But at 120. So so what you do is you slow it down to 68 where you can play it. And then you get the note you want. And then you dare to be different. Okay. So that is actually an 8-bar little thing I did, but this is only on 4. And I missed the first one. It's gonna be ugly. Look what you made me do. Read your comments. I'll be back. Gotta make a YouTube video. Some snare, maybe? Okay. It's African. This is African. All right. Off the chain. Sounds Nigerian? It does sound Nigerian. Hey, Mother Africa. Or as we call it, Ham, the land of Ham, where the Hamites live. I don't know what they use in their music. I just know that this is pretty cool. I trying to find. You know that's going in there. That's hot! Woo! Ah, this is too much fun. See, you guys help me out with this. That's what's going on. You guys being here makes me want to just do music. I just love it. But even if you guys weren't here, I'd still be doing it. But it wouldn't be as fun. It just wouldn't be as fun. Of course, I gotta do something with that. You play this out around. That's awesome. Let her listen to it. Tell me what she thinks. Yeah, let her listen to it. I mean, she's Nigerian. Hey, because I do not claim to know how to do their music or whatever. I'm just kind of throwing stuff in there. So if she's like, yeah, it sounds cool, then heck, I'll start making more of it. You know what I'm saying? Whoa. Wait. I don't know what's their leading instruments. I know they eat cassava. Doesn't that put the mood into it? sound like somebody's traveling? Yeah, okay, so I missed my note. There it is. There it is. And you can bring this in and just, you can bring this in and start swing. All right, so I'm gonna take out the high and I'm gonna put the low in. And I'm gonna move this to this back. I'm gonna have this here. I want it without the bass and play. Y'all don't make me go get a koofy. Don't make me go get a strong. Start rocking a koofy. Beat pass, brother. Boy, y'all got me up here jamming. Boom, 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 boom. I know there's something else that belongs here. Thank you, think it's hot. That's what's up. Something else belongs in here, though. Something else. I'm missing something. I don't listen to African music, but I'm missing something. I'm missing like a, oh, but I don't want, that'll be corny. Missing something. Missing a, not a bell. Huh, let me examine this for a second. Maybe a pad, something to fill in. Huh. A lead and a pad. All right, so let me explore this. Something like that. Maybe just tone that like in the back, like that, like. See what it sounds like. All right, so let me see what. No, yes. Let me speak to the. That's okay. Okay, I got a fire in the face off of that one. So But where to put it in? Okay, the crescendo, because I don't know about anybody else, but I like the crescendo. It just adds mood to it. So that means I gotta add something else. Go bum, 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 or go bum, 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 bum. But I like the crescendo up and change that bass and make it a wobble bass. No, I'm not gonna do that. But I'm that type of dude. Don't hire me because I will have 4 different basses up in here. Big boom, 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 boom. Woo! Boy, blum, blum. That little blum, 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 blum. Almost like you like that, but no. Blum, 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 blum. All right, so I gotta fix the whatchamacallit on this because I want it to actually sound like hay. And that sounds like African. Hey, 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 hey. You stole my cassava. Karate chop. Cassava. All right, so I'm not gonna be corny though. I'm not gonna put this in there everywhere. I'm just gonna copy and paste it just at a couple points where I just wanted to just go, I don't know. When it comes back in, it means I'm taking this airy sound out for now, When it comes back in, it needs to boom, 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 and it needs. You can almost put a you can, but not this one. This one is too gaudy. It's too loud. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. You want to go in here and say, you know what? Give me the. Yeah, you go in here and you say, you know what? Give me the snaps. Give me the snaps and claps. Hold on, I'm gonna read your comments, see if you guys left anything. Yes, sir. That's all. Okay. Oh, you guys are gone. Okay, everybody's gone. Well, I'm gonna keep making this song. I like it. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Changed its lonely life. I want to know what love is. I want you to show me. I want to feel what love is. And I know. I want you to show me. I want to know what love is. I want you to show me. I want to feel. And I know. That was a good song. I want to take a little time to look around me. Hey, you gotta do it like you're in Vegas, though. Thank you. I want to read between the lines. The look of love has finally found me. In my life, there's been heartache and pain. I don't know if I can take it again. Can't stop now. I travel so far. Change this lonely life. With a ham sandwich in your hand there. Boom. I want to know what love is. I want you to show me. And I want to feel what love is. I want you to show me. Just saying. Just gotta have some of that in your back pocket. Some Corey Hart or something like that. You gotta have some Corey Hart or something. I wear my sunglasses at night so I can. You gotta have some Corey Hart. She believes in me. Watching my, don't know the words. I don't know the words. Don't be the devil die this night. I can't believe it. Gotta have some Corey Hart and a ham sandwich. Corey Hart and a ham sandwich. I wear my sunglasses at night so I can. Gotta have some Corey Hart. She believes in me. You ain't got no Corey Hart. You are lost in this world. You are a lost person. Corey Hart, everybody. How do you introduce Corey Hart nowadays? Ladies and gentlemen, new to Vegas, but never forgotten, it's Corey Hart. I wear my Corey Hart comes out. I wear my sunglasses out now, so I can. She believes in me. I turned to her and said, Corey Hart. It's Corey Hart, everyone. I like Corey Hart. Little Bette Midler. Tone, who you got winning the NBA? You know, I haven't been following them. But I mean, if LeBron keeps playing out of his mind, they're definitely set up to win it all. But that was from the very beginning. We all knew that was coming. I made videos about that years ago. LeBron going to LA, you know, and then when it was final, because he got a house out there. You know, he had his kid enrolled out there and all that stuff. So it was like, oh, he's about to go out there and win another championship. And I'm gonna tell you something. It's all tied into what Brady is gonna do. Brady is not gonna win a Super Bowl this year. Let me say this. My best guess, the Saints are gonna win a Super Bowl, right? So if the Saints win a Super Bowl, okay. So here's what happened. Here's what happened recently. Because it's all cyclical. Here's what happened recently. I haven't been watching basketball, but I've been hearing about how good LeBron's doing. So here's what happened. In football, you got Seattle. Okay, that's cool. Seattle's balling out of control. So here's the top team that we know are not going to go. We know Green Bay Packers, they're not going to win a Super Bowl. But they're going to go probably into their division championship. Maybe. They have a chance. I don't know if they beat San Francisco or not, but they got to face them again because San Francisco is balling out of control. And then you have San Francisco. I'm not too sure if they're going to make it to the Super Bowl, but they have a very good chance. Then let's take a look at the Patriots. The Patriots are, they've only lost one game. They're still on target. And that game that they lost was very key. They lost to Lamar Jackson, to the one team that has their number every single year. They struggle with they struggle with that team, with the Ravens. But what happened? The Ravens beat them in the regular season. So what's going to happen? They're going to lose to them because they got to see them again. Belichick is just he's going to, and here's the ugly thing. Belichick might hurt Lamar Jackson. I'm telling you right now, do not be surprised if Lamar Jackson gets taken out of the game. And if he does, guess who's coming in? Mr. Glass, RG3. That's all bad. I love RG3. But if you take out Lamar Jackson, you're going to take out RG3. So there goes their chances right there and then. When they beat the Pats, that was it. They should have let the Pats win. I'm serious. Lamar Jackson showed out. He did moves that you only do on video games. That was a mistake. Listen, you never outshine the master. Never. And that's exactly what he did. He outshined the master. And you just don't do that. And he may have put his career in jeopardy by doing that. And I'm just telling you the truth. Do not be surprised Lamar Jackson gets hurt. Anyway, so let's just say Brady, they go to the division championships, they win, they go to the Super Bowl, and they face Seattle if they can. I don't know what the divisions are, but let's say they face Seattle because there's nobody in our division. The Steelers, the Browns, there's nobody that's other than Lamar Jackson by himself that can stop them. So that it's a wash for us. So they go and then they either face San Francisco, they face Green Bay Packers, which would be even better for me. They face Seattle, whoever that they face. Well, let me not say that. I think they're going to face the Saints. I think they're going to lose to the Saints. Now, what does this do? Yeah. But what does this do? No matter who they face, I think they're going to face the Saints. But no matter who they face, if Tom Brady doesn't win in the Super Bowl, what does that tell you what's going to happen next year? He's going to win the Super Bowl. He's not going to quit. And how do we know this? Because of what happened to Peyton Manning. When Peyton Manning got slaughtered by Seattle and then came back and Cam Newton wouldn't pick up the ball and they let them win. They let them win. Listen, they had the chance to do what only Miami, what Miami done before Dan Marino, which was win every game. They had the chance to do that. And they didn't do that because Peyton Manning was leaving, so they wanted him to leave on top. So that set the tone for what's about to happen now. Tom Brady's going to retire. He's going to get 7. I know this is a long-winded answer, but it's all cyclical. So not this year, but next year, Tom Brady wins a Super Bowl. I think the Saints are going to win it this year, and you might see Drew Brees retire and Teddy Bridgewater step up. You might see that. Nonetheless, so Tom Brady loses this year. He wins next year. Nobody complains. Everybody sits down. Nobody's upset. You start filling seats again because they don't think it's fixed. Right? After that, you got LeBron James. And how many wins does he have? 4. He's got 1 with Cleveland, 2 with Miami. I don't know. Has he got 4? He's got 3. 1 with Cleveland, 2 with Miami. And he's what, 35? Tom Brady's going to sit out at what, 41, 42? So what does this tell you? Listen, LeBron James is the only player in history to play this long with a serious injury. He had a groin injury, no big deal. He's 35, right? He's the only player in history to play this long without a major injury. No bad knees, no nothing. That's what took out most players. He is a physical specimen. He's got another 4 or 5 years in him. And he just got, who's he got on there? Who's he got on his squad? I mean, it's just a given. He's going to win at least 3. I think he's going to win 4. I think he's going to win 1. I think he's going to win 3 straight. And nobody's going to complain. And another reason why I feel this way is because of what did we just see last year? Even a year before that. They broke up the greatest backcourt shooting team ever. They broke that team up. They broke up Golden State just so LeBron James could shine. And no one can tell me any difference. Absolutely. Oh, no. I think Bron is going to get 6. I think he's going to get 6. There's just no doubt in my mind. He's going to get 6. No doubt. I think he's going to three-peat. Listen, not only do I think he's going to three-peat, but I think he has to. I think he has to. I think LeBron James has to three-peat. Why? Because of what Michael Jordan did. It just, look, I don't even watch the games, and I've been calling it. Because I just don't care. Now, some people are like, you should watch the games and you should make money off of. I really don't. I'm really not a betting man. And I don't want to get on here and do all this stuff and then people start coming after me. I'm not interested in the riffraff that comes with sports. Sports has always been convoluted with crime, and I don't want none of their attention. I don't. I really don't. I don't care to, and if you start calling all these games and getting them right, what do you expect there not to be contenders? That statement right there just paid for LeBron's new mansion. That statement, what you just said right there, you just paid for his new mansion. Thank you very much, WizKid. None of those teams are any good. None of them. James Harden can't defend to save his life. The Celtics, who knows if they're healthy or not. They have the best point guard in the league to me, but, if he feels like playing. Utah Jazz, when's the last time the Jazz won anything? Oh, you mean with that statement? Why did that just pay LeBron's mansion? Because when people start thinking that the games are actually built to be competitive, like you think, like, oh, it's competitive, then what are they going to do? If you think that there's a competitively even match out there, let's just say that two kids were about to race, and the one kid is really, really fast. This kid in street racing is, nobody can beat this kid. And then this new kid, you saw this new kid run. You're just like, this kid's fast too. I wonder if this kid from over, a block over, come over here and race this other kid, who would win? You would be out in the street in the cold to watch the race. If you were into that thing, you'd be like, I want to know who's going to win. They'd be like, yo, JJ's going to come over and run against Mark. Be like, oh, let me get my coat. You'd come out and you'd be like, ready, set, go. And you'd watch them run, wouldn't you? You would, because that's your thing. You like racing. You like street racing. You'd watch those kids run. And you would get an enjoyment out of it, a catharsis out of it, a whole, like, wow. And you would remember how fast those kids are. You'd talk about it with other people. You'd share that information. And then you know what else you would do? Here's what else you would do. The next time those kids come around the race again, guess where you'd be? Outside in the cold, watching those kids run. You'd do it. So if you think that LeBron James and the Lakers have competition, you want to know who's going to win. That's why it just paid his mansion. But if you didn't think that JJ could beat Mark, you wouldn't even put on your coat to watch the race. You'd be like, I'm not watching this because I know JJ's faster than everybody on the block, even on the next block. It's not worth watching. Every time he races, he blows people away. There's no competition. But if you saw that other kid, you'd be like, wait a minute, let me get my coat. That's why. As long as you believe that there's competition in the NBA, LeBron gets paid. But the minute that you understand that the whole thing is fixed, then you'll be just like me. You'll be uninterested. That's just the truth. No matter how you slice it. You know why you don't watch the WNBA? Because you're uninterested. How many basketball players do you know from the WNBA? Sheryl Swoops and who else? You don't watch it. Well, I didn't think that. Listen, I didn't think last year the outcome would be the same. I didn't think Canada would win anything. But I was wrong. But look at the way they won. Just pick it apart. They didn't win because old boy was just so good. They won because the best player sat out. They didn't win because of skills. It wasn't a skills match, is what I'm saying. It isn't pure talent against pure talent. It's politics and corruption against a wide-eyed believer. It's what it is. It's smoke and mirrors. Point blank, when they had a full squad, that's what I'm saying. When they had a full squad, they're shocked. I would be shocked. When they had their full squad, bro, you couldn't tell me they wasn't going to win that championship. But when Kevin Durant got hurt, it just sucked the air out of the whole damn game. It was over. And everybody knew. It's lights out. I was like, listen, if Kevin Durant goes down, it's over with. Kevin Durant goes down with some kind of ankle injury, and pop goes the weasel. Pop went the freaking weasel. And now all of a sudden the Toronto Raptors, who couldn't even get past Cleveland every year, couldn't even get past LeBron James. But the Raptors, Cleveland sinks to oh my God. LeBron goes and builds a new team. LeBron builds a new team in LA. They weren't doing too bad. They weren't doing too bad at all. LeBron gets hurt. It's just so corny, man. It's anybody could write the story. But do you think they faked their injuries? I think, let me say this. An ankle injury, a heel injury, you don't, if you have a heel injury and that sinew, decides to separate itself from that bone, you're not playing anything. But we saw Kawhi Leonard with an injury that no doctor knew about. Kawhi didn't even know what was wrong with him. He was sitting there making $200 million just sitting there with his funny laughing self. Nobody knew what was wrong with him. I think it's all fake. There's no way you should have dissolved that team. They could listen. With the way that squad was made, there is no team. There's no combination of players. There's not one. You could take 5 superstars from the league. You could take stars and let them go up against them, and they'll still lose. You can. They were simply the best. Why? Because of their threes. Everybody shot threes. All that slam dunking on people and getting 2 points, so what? When you have the two best 3-point shooters in the league on your squad that can shoot the lights out, you can't even trap them. You can't trap Curry. He dribble right around you like you're not even there. Even Draymond Green was getting his threes up. You just couldn't stop them. They were unstoppable. Yeah. That's just the truth. And there is no 5 guys out there that were going to beat them. You could pick 5 of them and tell me. I'm telling you right now, they weren't going to beat them. And those are the facts. 40 facts about the 40K universe. Those are the facts, B. So, it was all a dream. It's just all hogwash to me. It's all hogwash to me. But it's good entertainment. I just wish I was making some of their money. I don't watch that stuff, man. I'm not making none of their money. Shoot. Can I get 2%? Can I get 2% of some of that 200 million? What's that, 40K? That's 40,000 or something like that? I don't know what it is. Yeah, because 20% is 200,000. 2%. Let me get 2%. A little bit. You 40,000. I'm happy. I ain't never made 40,000 in my life. I'll be dang if I sit around and watch you put a ball in a hole and get 200 million for one player. That's one player. Nah, B. Nah. I don't care about none of that. I don't care about none of what they're doing. None of it. Nah, B. Shoot. I'm too poor to give a damn about any of that. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I am too poor to care about what these goofballs are doing until they start paying me. When they start paying me, then yeah, maybe. Cheers, brother. Peace.